It is Anna Runyon, and I'm here to help you get your career unstuck so you never dread Monday again. I'm super excited. We are going to talk about how to balance your life and also make time for your goals and accomplish your dreams in the busy world that we live in, right? There's always a million things that we feel like we need to get done. So I got a question on Instagram yesterday, and the question was, how do you balance life while also putting in time for your business? How do you do it all? So one of the things that I want to talk about is that there's a common myth, and the myth is that it's going to take a lot of time to get your career unstuck, and it's going to take a lot of time to launch your dream career or business, and that is false. Here's what I know, and here's what has happened for many thousands of my clients who have used my system. It only takes 15 minutes a day or 1 hour a week. So whatever you want to do, whether you want to just do a little bit every day, so just like 15 minutes, carve out 15 minutes in your day, or you want to batch all that time together and do like 1 hour on the weekend maybe, because maybe you work all week. You can absolutely change your career, launch your dream career business in 15 minutes a day or 1 hour a week. Now you're probably thinking, Anna, that's crazy. Like, how can you do that? Well, here's why you can do that. Because if you're focusing on the right tasks and doing the right tasks, then it doesn't take a long time. It really just takes those 15 minutes a day. But if you're doing a lot of things that aren't productive and efficient and actually the right things and tasks that are going to lead you to the results you want, then you're going to waste time. So I challenge you to find those 15 minutes in your day. I know for me, it's usually found like wasting time scrolling online, reading the news first thing in the morning, simple things. All of us can find 15 minutes a day. So you absolutely can launch your dream career business even if you're super busy. But this is what's important. I'm going to break down like some of the tasks you should be focused on, because this is another big mistake that people are making, is maybe they have an hour, but they're doing the wrong things. So I want to give you a couple real life examples, right? So a real life example would be spending those 15 minutes. So let's pretend we found 15 minutes in our day. You're committed to using those 15 minutes to make your goals happen. So you could spend those 15 minutes Googling online, trying to find job applications, maybe even applying to jobs and not getting results, right? Or you could spend those 15 minutes requesting informational interviews with people and actually getting interviews. Like in those 15 minutes, you could send out 3 to 4 invites for informational interviews. And that is a great way to start getting to know people who are in careers that you want to have someday. And those lead to referrals. So that's the same 15 minutes, but it's doing something that's not going to get you results or doing something that is going to get you results, right? Same thing if you're starting a business. If you're starting a business, there's a lot of areas where we can waste time and spin our wheels. Trust me, I've been in business for 11 years. I know where you waste time. I've done it myself. I've made all the mistakes. And so the same thing, if you can carve out those 15 minutes, you can launch your dream business 15 minutes a day or 1 hour a week, but you have to be working on the right tasks. So let's talk about if you're starting a business. What should you be doing in those 15 minutes? Well, in 15 minutes a day, what most people are doing when they're making a mistake is they're maybe working on their website. And so they're spending a lot of time working on their website, hours. In fact, I've seen people work on their website for hours, not get any clients. Like just working on your website, you're probably not going to get any clients, right? Because you got to get traffic to that website. You got to get out there and start networking with your client, your potential clients. Or you could spend those 15 minutes in a Facebook group connecting with potential clients, leading that into maybe a Facebook message, leading that into a sales conversation. All that can happen in 15 minutes. I've done that before, right? And you could potentially make a sale in 15 minutes or lead them to a sales conversation, have the next day, use that 15 minutes to have that conversation, talk to your potential clients, learn. Even if they don't buy, you're gonna learn so much just by talking to them, seeing why they didn't buy, learning what their challenges are, learning what their goals are. Throughout my business journey, I have done thousands and thousands of calls like that, and that's why I really understand what you guys are going through, what you're facing, and I've created systems and frameworks that work because I've gotten on the phone one-on-one with many of you guys throughout my business journey. So those are some examples of what you could be doing in those 15 minutes. I had one more for you. Oh, this was the third example I wanted to share with you, is spending those 15 minutes checking email. Anyone else hate email? Like, let me know. By the way, if you're watching, say hello, say where you're watching from. And then also if you're watching the replay, say hello too, because I'll be interacting with you guys afterward. But okay, so my third example is we got 15 minutes a day. We check email for 15 minutes a day. Is that going to help us grow our business or find our dream career just by checking email? Probably not, right? For me, checking email is kind of a time suck, right? Because it's sometimes spam, it's things like that I should probably be delegated. It's emails that I'm wasting time reading. Sometimes I should probably just unsubscribe instead. So we could be spending those 15 minutes checking email, or we could be spending 15 minutes interviewing someone who's in the career that you want to have someday, or doing an interview and posting it like on YouTube and publicly posting it. So you're starting to build up your brand. You can do that so easily now. You can interview people on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and you can start to interview experts who are in the field that you want to go into. You can interview authors who are in the field that you want to go into. Hint, hint, this is how I started. You can go back on YouTube like 10 years ago and see my very first interviews. Hey you guys, I'm in Southern California too. Hi Slew. Hi the K3 girls from Houston. Good to see you guys. So that's exactly how I started, right? So putting email to the side. I'm not the best at email. If you've emailed me, you might want to email me again because I probably haven't responded. It is not my strength, but that's okay because I know what works in my career and business. I know what my strengths are, and I also know what leads to the results I want. I know what leads to where I want to go. So that's why it's so important to be focusing on those tasks that are actually going to get you to where you want to go. Back to that example, I interviewed experts and authors who are in the career area. That's how I developed a lot of my expertise. That's how I met a lot of authors, a lot of experts. That's how I grew. That's how I learned so much. And eventually, a few years later, I became the expert, right? Because I had put myself out there starting to learn and interview all these people and soak up all their information and put that on my blog. So that's how I created that brand for myself, right? In 15 minutes. Like it was 15 minutes a day doing those interviews with people and just moving forward and taking action. So let me know if you guys have 15 minutes. Let me know what you're going to do with your 15 minutes a day. I think you guys all have 15 minutes a day. Because really, if you have 15 minutes a day, if you don't know yet, something I teach is, you probably have already heard of it as like the 80-20 rule, but it's the Pareto principle, which basically means that 80% of what you're doing right now potentially could be a waste of time, and 20% of what you're doing right now, launching your dream career and business, is actually going to get you the results. So it's 80% of your inputs lead to 20% of your results, right? So if you look in your schedule in your day right now, you probably can see where you may be wasting time, and we have to figure out what is that 20% that's going to get you the results that you want. And that's where we narrow in. If you spend your 15 minutes a day focused on that and focused on those things that are going to get you the results, you're going to get results. You're going to reach your goals. You're going to launch your dream career and business. And a year from now, you're going to be in a completely different place. So I hope that I have helped convince you that you can do this in 15 minutes a day or 1 hour a week, even if you're super busy. I know when I was trying to change my career, I had a full-time job. I was going to business school at night, and it was crazy. I had very, very little time, and I still was able to do that, and so can you. Before I leave, I want to give you one final thing, one method of prioritizing. So I know prioritizing is something that can be a little difficult. You're probably like, okay, Anna, so how do I know what I should do in those 15 minutes? So I want to share with you, if you have not already read the book, The One Thing, this is my recommended must-read book for all of our members in my class membership site. For all of my clients, The One Thing is what I say is like required reading. It's one of my favorite books. And inside the book, it shares a question for you that it's called the focusing question, and it helps you figure out what you should focus on. So for me, I would take those 15 minutes and I would ask yourself this question. So I'm going to read it to you. The question is, what's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? That helps you see the one thing. I have 15 minutes, I gotta do one thing. So what is that thing that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? And when I ask myself that question, a lot of times I can get clarity on that first step that I should take, and kind of be able to clear the 20 other things on my to-do list and just kind of focus on that one thing that I need to do. So that's what you can do in your 15 minutes. That's what you can do, or in your 1 hour a week. And hopefully that will help you guys see that you can launch your dream career business in 15 minutes a day. I know I said that like 5 times today, so I'm trying to make that super clear for you guys. And if you need a roadmap, our team just put together our brand new Love Your Work and Life free roadmap. It's a PDF guide that walks you through 6 easy steps to launch your dream career business, to get unstuck so you never dread Monday again. And it's basically the 6 steps I'm talking about. Like if you ignored all the noise, if you ignored everything else out there, these are the 6 things. Like if you had a week and you took 15 minutes for the next week, and I would spend your time every 15 minutes for the day doing one of these 6 steps. So you can download that at classycareergirl.com/roadmap, and I'll make sure I include the link here as well. And that's what I would recommend doing. So thank you all for joining me. I saw some more of you guys. D Good, hey, from DC. Karan from London. Good to see you guys. Thank you from all over the place. Awesome. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Like I said, you can always send me a message. Let me know what your dream career is. And I'm looking forward to helping you guys, okay? Have a good day, everyone.